Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back that thing up, girl. We're back on the channel, man. Hey, man, we got Super Blank today, man. They're back with the day Conquest pulled up to prove that Invincible is visible. She said, hold on, what we doing?
I'm stressed out.
Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want the first part. You got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get into this, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mark saved the city from the Invincible War. So after Mark saved the city from the Invincible War, you could really tell this superhero shit is not easy. Look at him. Man says, damn, I failed, bro. Walks away to give himself some space, and he couldn't even shed more than 2 teardrops. No sniffles before the next threat arrived. Like, damn, you couldn't give bro a minute? And bro want to talk about some stand ready for my arrival. Man, he not trying to hear all that right now. So naturally, he tells them to fuck off. But we all know he not leaving that easy, so they got a box. Mark sees the destruction and says, you know what? Let me sprinkle in a bit more. Adds more rubble for the construction workers to clean up and flies up. And I feel bad for whoever owns this building. You know, he was probably happy as hell that it was still in this condition after the Invincible War. But they come in and fuck it all up, clashing, destroying the buildings and causing a shockwave, which sends all these civilians flying, causing them to either be injured or getting sent to the Michael Jackson meet and greet. Conquest is then gonna headbutt Mark and chokeslam him to the ground, creating a Beyblade arena. Jenga probably somewhere around the corner ready to let it rip. Mark's gonna kind of get up though, and for whatever reason he has his back turned to Conquest, and Conquest tries to stun him, puts his hand on his shoulder. Shit reminds me of how Thanos was doing Iron Man. And Mark was not looking for another father figure. He already had issues with his own, so he rocks him, sending him flying back, and Conquest is over there talking about some, ooh, he feisty, which does nothing but piss Mark off even more.
He like, oh, I like that shit, nigga. Come on, what else you got?
Ooh.
And Conquest is over there talking about some, ooh, he feisty, which does nothing but piss Mark off even more. So he decides to tackle his problem, bear hugging him into buildings, and he's really just throwing him into the buildings for the aesthetic, because the last building comes crashing down, and out of the rubble is Conquest, and Mark ends up being the one that's dazed. Bro, how? You were the one that initiated the attack and caused the building to fall. That was you. But he chokes him, and Mark uses the force of 2 arms to hit his hand down, and then he smacks his cranium with 2 hands. You know his shit is ringing crazy right now for him to make this face.
Damn.
And then he's gonna hit him with this zesty raccoon ad kick. And I'm not gonna lie, if you showed me a silhouette of him, you would really think he's a part of the Ginyu Force. But somehow it sends him 50 feet back, and he stops, leaving himself wide open. So Mark takes the opportunity to fly to the left, knocking him down into a down air, then an up air, getting Conquest to bleed for the very first time. And I'm watching this whole scene like, okay, finally, Mark fighting back. He's gonna fly up, putting Conquest with a double fist attack. Then he's gonna grab the leg to pull him down. Then he holds the back of his neck to connect this, and that would mean he just connected a string of 6 attacks in a row. Where was this before? After asking myself that question, that's when I realized it was just one of those moments where the opponent was just letting our main character get his hits in. Just look at how giddy Mark was getting. No way we're genuinely hitting loop-de-loops just to get in a right hook, bruh. Come on.
And this is how you know Conquest not trying for real. He would never let that slide. But it sends him out into space.
And this standoff was kind of cold until the camera pans to Conquest, and you can tell his favorite song by J. Cole is Crooked Smile. He spits out his blood to hit this Fortnite emote in space, and it got Mark perplexed. Look at his face. He just looking at him like,
this nigga is crazy.
He pops the heart and hits this evil ass cringe grin, then flies towards Mark. And not only does this man not block, he doesn't dodge for shit. Then he gets 2-hand punched right into the stratosphere. Had me leaning on my monitor like, bro, please fight back. And he must have heard my calling, because as he was falling, his controller reconnects, hits him with a right, then a left, giving him an extra wrinkle. And as they were free falling, Mark decides to give him a knee and throws him right off, giving him this Power Ranger ad pose. And then they stand off again.
And you think Mark would be ready for an attack this time, considering not even 10 seconds ago in space, he got caught lagging off the same standoff scenario. But no, instead, he kept right, chipping his lenses off, and then he goes free falling into the ground. And if you ever wondered what could be worse than straight up getting your ass beat, it's getting your ass beat while your family is watching. Got his mom looking at the screen like, this nigga is trash. And had his little bro talking about, yeah, you need my help. I'm like, excuse me? You were watching this whole fight and you really think you're going to be useful? Shit, alright, see you there, I guess. So Mark is on the ground coughing up loads of blood and the ground starts shaking. So Mark looks up and I really can't with this dude, bro. Because he turns around and sees him from here, but doesn't start moving to block or dodge until he gets to here. Like, why do you do this to yourself? And honestly, this frame doesn't make it any better. If I see a dude coming from above with 2 fists aimed right at me, I'm hitting this quick time event out of it. I'm not standing there to block like this. What are you trying to do? Draw a foul? Ain't no refs here. Conquest comes in and it's a bomb. It sends shockwaves throughout the city and the camera pans to the cavalry. And I cannot lie, this is not a good look. He already looking scared and I can't blame him. The first thing he sees when he pulls up is an explosion and Mark getting tossed into the sky. My man is going to change directions towards him and Conquest is going to come up hitting the Superman to send bro flying into the city. And you know these buildings hate to see Invincible coming because he's going to crash into straight apartments and skyscrapers. And if that wasn't enough, bro's going to fly right into a tanker truck, exploding and leaving him injured. He's straight up getting fried right now, and Conquest wasn't going to give him a chance to rest. He comes in flying like Mario's evil grandpa, and Mark saw that and just said, you know what, let me call a timeout mid-fight. Screams out stop, and to my surprise, Conquest actually stops. Could you imagine your world's strongest hero on the floor talking about some please stop? I know the civilians looking at their TV like this. Mark is then going to ask Conquest if they could talk it out, thinking he Naruto, and Conquest is just like, grabs his face, then his neck, and then choke slams into the ground. And this is where it starts to get weird. He's just gonna have his hand around his neck and straight up caress his face. But thankfully, before it got too out of hand, Mark's brother Invincible, or whatever his weak ass name is, comes in with this devious charged up punch into the cleanest uppercut I've ever witnessed. Look at that follow through. And the superhero lands. I was like, hold up, he might be a natural. But he also might be part Namekian. Got that Piccolo DNA in him, because after that cold entrance, he's gonna fly at him again and get smacked face first on the concrete, dribbling right back up so that Conquest could catch the leg. That's the same shit that be happening to Piccolo in these movies. He gets his little entrance off and it works right after. But as Invincible is hanging by the leg, Mark is gonna return the favor and save him. Puts his whole right boot to Conquest's face and sends him flying off. Sliding on straight concrete, made sure every part of his body touched the ground. And I don't understand how his fit is still clean after that. I gotta know what type of threads he got on. But anyways, Conquest is gonna get up and hit the Goku back turn, and you know nothing good is gonna come out of it. So Mark is gonna hit this little shit with the SpongeBob and Bikini Bottom resident emote and tell him to get out the way, knowing damn well he would have gotten choked out if he didn't show up, but whatever. He tosses him to the side and Conquest grabs him with one arm. And look at Mark, he looks like he ready giving up. He rams him into the building, throwing out low tier god insults.
You are worthless, bitch ass nigga.
And sends him outside just to drag his head on the ground on his robe. Mark's looking at him like, what are you about to do next? But then he closes his eyes because he doesn't want to see it for real. But luckily for him, he's gonna get tossed into someone's brand new car. And he's finally gonna make the good decision of actually dodging, hitting the quick time event out the way. And to even more of using his head, he's gonna come back flying with a headbutt, breaking his nose and hitting the vintage superhero lane. So you know Conquest had to hit the villain. Yes, excellent. Like the fight is never that good, bro. Shut your ass up. Man, I'm done with this. I'm handing it off to Blink.
So since Conquest knew the Earth, Mark started giving him directions, left, right, north, south, east, and west. Shit done gave my GTA character unlimited ammo. Unk trying to catch himself and Mark grabs him by the collar and starts unleashing rights onto him with no pauses in between. But the smile on my face quickly starts to fade as fast as it came. Because Mark Grayson's Rod Wave stamina bar started selling him. Bro not even fighting back, but he's gassed. Brody needs to get back in the lab, start doing some crunches and laps around the track. He goes for a punch and gets it caught.
Back the fuck up, I knock the fuck up you.
This is crazy. Mark really the best Earth got to offer too. They said Conquest came here for all the strong people. Yeah, the rest of y'all niggas gonna be safe. Conquest starts flying up into the sky, catches Mark's arm and stretches his arm out, and shows that the Broly influence on psychotic swole niggas is unmatched. getting in his Broly bag, grabbing Mark by the arm, and slamming him into the windows and the building. Invincible comic readers told me that Blue Suit Mark would be moving different. This nigga ain't this shit but step back. Conquest slams him out the other side of the building and then a million-foot drop on top of his head. This might be worse than Omni-Man, and Omni-Man wasn't playing fair, was plotting on boxing Mark since birth, had that nigga spawn trapped.
The nigga swung his body to the side
and then doesn't even give him the respect of a punch. He palms Invincible away, flying in after him, paralleling him. I thought Conquest was about to kiss him, and after seeing what Conquest does here, Mark probably wishes he was catching a kiss, cause instead Conquest slams him with 2 feet, dragging him across the road into a bus until they come to his stop. But you're not going anywhere, unfortunately, Mark. You stuck right here.
I came looking for man's butt.
Conquest said beating up Mark isn't enough. I'm leaving here with something. A little bro Oliver here to help. Unfortunately though, Conquest not even taking it serious anymore. Look at him, hitting off-guard poses on niggas. Mark tries to reason with Conquest like,
no, dude.
We're not done yet.
He's just a kid.
Mark comes out the rumble and dashes back in. My boy mad thirsty to go in and catch seconds and thirds of flaming ass whooping. But Conquest didn't consent to a trip around the block. This is kidnapping. Or, well, unknapping. He literally just stops the momentum and grabs Mark by the hair again. He's really done a great job of showing how vincible Mark Grayson really is right now. Loading up a crazy right, punching him so hard it breaks the windows. And Mark finally showing some life in this fight now. He's pissed, landing a left, sending Conquest into the building. But Conquest said these ass beatings internationals. He's bouncing Invincible off the ocean and catches up to him. He's trying his hardest to take advantage of Invincible's inability to swim. That won't work on this one. Conquest uses Mark's face as a battering ram to make sure that anyone who spent the last 6 months pre-summer to get right wasted their time. Cause now they built like Patrick Starr. Conquest carrying him across the globe and tells him that they going to Haiti next. And Invincible was like, oh fuck no, breaking out and punching Conquest in the face and away. I'm convinced Conquest just be throwing himself on purpose to make the fight more fun. He's flying across the mountain and Mark has help. Eve has arrived on the scene. And Mark couldn't possibly hate this anymore. He wants Eve somewhere safe. Look at his eye, he's about to cry. Shorty was just in the hospital not too long ago. And she thinks she can box with Conquest as Mark tackles him out the sky and says,
get back in the kitchen.
But that split second gave all the distraction that Conquest needed to headbutt Mark with his bald spot and tear his ACL. Mark's hoop dreams are over now. No wonder this guy D-Rose hates this show. It's one of his least favorites. Conquest is fucked up just watching Mark fall to the ground.
It's time to switch to esports, bitch ass nigga.
But on the bright side, at least this means that Mark and Eve are one true loves. Because she's got a boot from a messed up leg too. Twinsies, 2 crippled niggas. But even worse, this means that now Eve is left in an ISO versus Conquest. No, it's bad when she talking about some go-go Power Rangers, like this armor finna work. Conquest licking his fingers. This barbecue chicken, that Iron Man armor can't save you. He charges in with no hesitation but gets stopped by Eve, forcing him in place. You know how creepy old niggas get. She needed to use that anti-Master Roshi move. Cause while she's stuck in place, she's able to conjure up a hammer and smack the shit out of him. And then starts treating his ass like a ping pong ball, bouncing him back and forth, conjuring up the hammer again to smack his ass again. But I'm telling y'all, he just be pretending to be hurt. There's no way she's cooking him like this. She goes for another over the head strike and he straight up just catches that shit.
I knew it was fake. I knew it.
He just wanted to boost her confidence a bit, I suppose. But now he popping her dreams like a balloon.
I'm in danger.
She instantly knows it's time to back up, creating walls between them, but he starts punching those shits down. But in his Hall of Fame chase down pursuit, debris is left around everywhere, and she uses it to trap his head in a bubble, gave that nigga the sandy cheeks, and while he's there suffocating, she hits a cheerleader move, and just sandwiches him between 2 spiky balls. And she decides to just empty the clip of attacks onto him at this point. Something gotta work. She's just conjuring up a bunch of different weapons, chucking them at him, squishing him like a sandwich, doing him absolutely dirty. He really giving the Viltrumite name a bad rep right now. So he decides no more Make-A-Wish hits for you and just stops her. And I think he hates Iron Man just like me. How you gonna try and kill a nigga who was brainwashed? Because before she can react, he starts speed blitzing her, destroying her armor and helmet too. She should have just stayed away. Like I said, Conquest came to fight the strong heroes. Most of y'all niggas would have been okay. But instead, now she's getting her face literally punched open. He opens his hand and slices her stomach open. Mark watching his girl get done like a Thanksgiving turkey right now, and can only continue to watch as she falls from the sky, dead as hell. Mark is heartbroken. He can't handle this. She never give him firehead ever again, and that pissed him off more than anything else could've. Charging in towards Conquest with both of them clashing fists, literally decimating both of their arms, and the sonic boom sends them apart from one another. Mark's on him, landing a left hook into a right kick, going in for a left, getting weaved. He might be built like an NFL linebacker, but nimble like a ballerina. Weaving again, bear hugging Invincible, and he's really lost it, taking a chunk out of Conquest's shoulder. He's truly fighting like someone who's fighting for their life, desperate. And Conquest knows that, creating distance between the two of them. But Invincible is just too quick, getting Conquest on his back, ground and pound, punching him in the face on a repeat. A couple more hits and he finna make him handsome. Bro got the Stephen A. Smith, no wonder he's lonely. Nigga got no hoes. But he grabs Mark, knees him, and slams bro onto the ground. Got him right where he wants him, ready to take his cheeks, until a giant pink aura is shining so bright, blinding him before he could even react. Adam Eve sends a burst of energy at Conquest, disintegrating his entire arm, torso, and probably dick. Niggas looking around wondering why they smelling bacon. It's cause this big ass warthog nigga just literally got fried chest down, giving Mark the opening he needed to finally get the upper hand, zooming in and landing a left on Conquest's nose and then punching him onto the ground. Somehow after all of that, Conquest still has enough strength to take a punch from Invincible and catch his hand, breaking it to then just get headbutted. Like I said, Mark is fighting like a motherfucker who's desperate to survive, headbutting Conquest over and over again, doing him like Engstrom Part 2, turning his head into tomato soup. And that's it. Conquest is out for the count.
Avi.
I'm ready for the new season. I am ready for the new season. How about you?
It's me too.
No, because you ain't gonna watch it again. Another season, you not watching it. She like, well, you gotta put me on blind like that.
Hey, I get around to it.
Never. Still like watch damn season. Y'all spam us up in the comments. Let us know y'all thoughts in the comments down below for us. But until next time, y'all know how I go, man. I do go by the name DJ the Kid. This is
Cee Reacts To.
We are.
Kid and Cee.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar.